What do you do when the person you hurt so deeply refuses to even acknowledge you exist? That question has echoed in my head for weeks. My name is Isabel. I'm 32 years old. And somehow, I became that woman. The one who threw away the most secure, loving part of her life for a moment of temptation. I never imagined myself ending up here, alone in a tiny, run-down studio apartment, surrounded by silence and haunted by memories I can't take back. It all began 6 years ago when I met Nathan. From the start, it felt magical. We connected instantly, and within 8 months, we were already living together. By the second year, we bought a little house tucked in a quiet suburb. To everyone else, we looked like the picture of happiness. Honestly, I believe that too. Nathan was dependable, thoughtful, the kind of man who made my coffee exactly how I liked it, rubbed my feet after long work days, and never teased me for binge-watching trashy reality shows. With him, life felt safe. But as time passed, the spark began to fade. By our 4th year, routine had taken over. Work, dinner, TV, bed, repeat. The spontaneous date nights disappeared. The surprises stopped, and the long, lingering kisses were gone. Comfort had turned into monotony. I started noticing the growing distance. His texts during the day became fewer. He came home later, and when he did, his eyes barely met mine. Instead of sitting down and talking to him about it, I let outside voices seep in. "You're settling," my friend Kira would whisper during our girls' nights. "You're still young, Izzy. Don't waste your time being bored." Then there was Lana, who treated marriage like a disposable hobby. "If he's not making you feel wanted," she repeated, "someone else will." That someone else turned out to be Dylan. He was a new guy at my office. Sharp suits, confident smile, and a way of making me feel like I was the only one in the room. At first, it was harmless jokes. Then came the texts. They started about projects, but soon drifted to music, weekend plans, and even childhood scars. He listened. He laughed. He noticed me. I told myself it was innocent, but deep down, I wanted his attention. I craved feeling desired again. The first kiss happened after a work happy hour, sitting in his car with the music low and our lips too close to pretend anymore. That night, I went home feeling sick to my stomach, yet more alive than I had in years. The guilt was sharp in the beginning, but with every drink, every glance, every late night at the office, it became easier to justify. Nathan was too distracted, too comfortable, too blind. And then I crossed a line I could never take back. Nathan told me he'd be working late. I saw it as an opportunity. I invited Dylan over. To our home, to our bedroom, the same space where Nathan once kissed my forehead and promised me forever. I won't spell out what happened. You already know. But it wasn't love. It was selfishness, pure ego, played out on wine-stained sheets under dim lights. And part of me, the most broken part, wanted Nathan to catch me. Maybe then he'd see how far we had drifted. Maybe it would force him to fight for me. But he didn't fight. He vanished. That same night, he came home earlier than expected. Dylan was already gone, and I was scrambling, cleaning lipstick from wine glasses, fixing pillows we had no business lying on. When Nathan walked in, I greeted him with a kiss. He flinched. "How was work?" I asked, pretending nothing was wrong. "Fine," he answered flatly. He didn't eat dinner. He didn't sit beside me. He slept in the guest room. The next morning, over his coffee, he said the words that shattered me. "I want to break up." My heart dropped. "What? Why?" I stammered. "I just do. You need to move out by next week." That was it. No shouting, no accusations, just cold silence that cut deeper than any fight could. I begged him to talk. He refused. I cried, I called, I texted. Nothing. Friends stopped answering me. Even his sister, who once called me her bonus sibling, snapped, "Are you really asking what you did?" before hanging up. That's when it finally hit me. He knew. Maybe he came home sooner than I thought. Maybe a neighbor saw Dylan's car. Maybe he just felt it in his bones. But he knew. And worse, everyone else seemed to know too. The last time I saw him was when he came to collect the rest of his things. He had asked me not to be there, but I stayed. I needed answers. And I got them. I saw you, he said. In our bed. With him. I tried to speak, but nothing came out. That wasn't a mistake, he continued. That was betrayal. I begged for another chance, offered therapy, begged for forgiveness. But he just shook his head. You didn't talk to me when you were unhappy. You just replaced me. And now I'm done. And then he left. Just like that. 6 years together, gone. I was left alone with guilt, shame, and the crushing truth that I had destroyed the only person who had ever truly loved me. Not Dylan. Never Dylan. Because even his name began to feel toxic. He kept calling, pushing to make things official, as if we were some tragic love story. I blocked him. Kira let me crash at her place for a while, but even she recoiled when I admitted the full truth. You brought him into your house, she whispered. Jesus, is he? Eventually, I moved into this small apartment with peeling paint and paper-thin walls. I took a lower-paying job where no one knew my past. And Nathan? I heard from a mutual friend that he was thriving. He got a promotion. He's dating someone new, someone kind, beautiful, someone who probably appreciates him in all the ways I never did. Sometimes I'm tempted to message him, to apologize again, to ask if we could ever find a way back. But I don't, because he was right. He doesn't owe me closure. He doesn't owe me forgiveness. I lost Nathan. I lost our home. I lost the future we were building. All for what? A fleeting illusion of being wanted by someone who never truly knew me. The worst part isn't the loneliness. It's knowing this was my choice. I built this bed of regret, and now I lie in it alone.